Blimey, I've been working in their workshop. Covered in dust I am, yeah. I don't know if you heard, but, you know, Spain, Portugal, some areas in France have seen some serious power outages from lunchtime today, European time. And I just flicked their radio on and sort of listen to what's going on, because I didn't know anything about it. You know, we had no problems here in France, where I am anyway. I just can't believe the rubbish people are saying. They keep going about, update our systems and do this and do that, you know, improve our security and what have you. Well, if you've got a power outage, it don't fucking matter what system you got, it's going to fall flat on its face because it needs power. You need some uninterrupted power supplies, major power supplies. All these fucking dependent systems should be independent from the national grid, or with a way of rebooting itself with a fresh power supply, maybe battery backup, or what it is. Now, some of you already know this, but we live off-grid, pretty much off-grid, all right? Sort of, all right? We have got power here, we have got the internet, all right? We haven't got water, we're on well water here, and we're about 70% self-sufficient for our energy, which is pretty good, you know, solar panels, wind turbines and stuff like that. And that's how we live. You have to make some concessions, you know. You've got to have an understanding how it all works, because sometimes it stops working. You know, it's quite a rare occasion, but if it does, you know how to sort it all out, don't you? Well, I can do that, it's not a problem. So for us, we can deal with it if there's a power outage. But for banking, the shops, you know, the payments, all that kind of stuff, just paying your bills or sorting your taxes out. If you can't access the systems because there's power outages, not just for you necessarily, but for their servers, well then you're for a creek without a paddle and you can't sort this stuff out. Now, there's one thing I think is utter idiocy, is when people tell me, argue with me, about cash, for instance. The idea of just getting rid of cash, I know I do everything online, we pay everything to flash our phones and stuff like that. Yeah, sorry, but it's just stupid. If you want national security, you need cash. You need something hard and physical. So Bitcoin. What happens is, let's say, for instance, we've got, I don't know, worldwide power outage, or the internet completely goes out, or a giant EMP strike, I don't know, solar flares, or something goes wrong, and it wipes everything out. Well, unless you've got secure digital wallets, and but if you're holding all this money that you think you might have held on servers, well then you could lose it all. The whole thing could tits up. And if nobody else is trading it, well, it has no value, because you've got nowhere to spend it. Cash. That's the last resort. It's the last port of call. Just like an FM radio. Just like, I don't know, CB's, argument's sake, or, I don't know, ham radio, or VHF radio, all that sort of stuff. They don't rely on other people. They don't rely on other systems. If you want to be secure, you need to cut yourself off a bit. Seriously. I'm not saying completely that you don't actually do any of this stuff, but you need to be able to think to yourself, okay, we can get on, we can survive, we can do everything we need to do, we can go to the shop, still hand some cash over and buy some goods. They might have to scribble it in a book or something like that, you know, when it all comes back online again. But we can do that. But if you're relying on the cash board, you're relying on your card, you're not going to buy shit. What's everything going to be IOUs? That's only going to be as good as the person who's willing to accept it. And many stores, they don't know you from Adam. Why would they accept it? They're not going to, are they? They'll just batten up the hatches and prepare for, well, the shop's being raided, pillaged. We had this in the first time, right? If not that long ago, we had systems getting hacked, like for instance the NHS, you know, whether it be ransomware or something goes down, that goes down, the banks went down. You know, there's always something, and that should really raise, you know, hang on, what's going on here, all right? And then you got this Peter Kyle geezer, just like in the United States, got a load of numpties who are doing jobs that ain't got a clue about. Why do we put people in prominent places in government that have no background whatsoever about how this stuff works. And you've got Peter Kyle on there, and he's going on about, yeah, we're going to update this and updating that. Well, if you've got no power, well, quite frankly, what you can update it with? You can't, no. Going on about, some banks are still running on old XP. There's a reason for that, because it's actually quite stable. But anyway, are running on old XP systems and stuff like that, you see. And they write their own security codes and shit. And a lot of these systems are cut off. Then, they're isolated. They have intranets instead of internets. There's so many things we should be more careful about. Now, I have this kind of argument with the kids, friendly, obviously. And, because they're very much, they use their phones to pay for everything and what have you, go to the airports and just flash the phones instead of doing boarding passes. I know it's paper, I realise that. But me and my missus, what we always do, we always have a paper backup. We might not use it, but it's always there. Right? Because the last thing we want, and the way things are at the moment, is to be caught out. So we have a paper backup. It just seems practical. And the same with everything else, There is something about money, cash. It's physical. Oh, I think my dog's at the door. Oh, is the dog at the door? No, it's the missus and a dog.
It's the dog.
Oh, come on, up there you come, my boy. Are you going to come up?
I don't know if you're interested in that.
Oh, am I? Just a second. Maybe, how much is that?
€80.
What one is it?
Never been used.
Oh, okay, I think I meant that. I meant the video.
Send it to you.
She picks her times, doesn't she? I'm talking about ego stuff as well. There you go, my boy. Oh, crap. Oh, you dropped it, you useless boy. You're useless. So anyway, we live here fairly off-grid, all right? We live in rural France, so it's easy for us. I understand that. It's not that easy for some people. But I'm sure we can all do something. Like, for instance, make sure you've got what you need. Now, if the power goes out, all right, your water will go out eventually. There'll be a certain amount of water in the water towers, which provides gravity, okay? But how is the water sent up to the top of the water towers, for instance? Well, via pump. If there's no power, how are the pumps going to operate? Yeah, oh, no, we use generators. That's if you've got enough generators. They'll be used elsewhere or other places as well. You might run out of this stuff. I often have this argument with people. Oh, it's that argument, it's conversation. You're right, boy, just be for walks, he's a bit out of puff. You've been running? Yeah, he's got a heart. Yeah, got heart problems, haven't you, mate? But you've got a big heart, haven't you? That's what it is. You've got a big heart. Ow. Oh, okay. Anyway, I'd like to know what you think about that. And after what's been going on today, because we don't know if it's cyber, no one really knows yet, if it was a cyber attack on systems. It's not just going to be one cable down, is it? Surely not. Not with 3 countries. Maybe it's the power that's been supplied from France, because France is quite a major supply of electricity. He also supplies around 10% of your electricity into the United Kingdom. Maybe a cable was broken. Maybe there's a system failure, or maybe it's a cyber attack. We don't bloody know. And when you've got China and Russia going around cutting cables and doing what they want to do, well, China's got a machine. They've developed a submersible, right, and go down to 4,000 metres that can chomp through cables. They're bragging about it at the moment. I just saw it today. Why else would they be going to the trouble building the stuff if they haven't got intentions of using it? Unless it's war prep. The cables have been cut. Oh, you're already puffy, aren't you, mate? Oh, dear. Yeah, he has to have water tablets as well, don't you? And heart tablets, don't you? Yes, you do. You're hurting me. Ow. Sticks paws around my bag. Anyway. Well, that's enough from me. Is it enough from you now, Sebastian, after all that, Yeah, okay. Toodaloo. Tell me what you think. Please hit the old like button and maybe subscribe to the channel. And if you want to support the channel and help us with our crazy medication bill for this dog, yes, you cost us a fortune. Like he does. But it's worth it, aren't you? Anyway, links are down below. Anyway, boot that like button, will you? And share our videos. Toodaloo. Oh, blimey, I pressed the wrong button. You say things go wrong with tech. What is it? Probably my fingers are too dry or something stupid. It's a touch screen.